There are three primary elements posted on this tweet by Ryan, who works at SafeMoon as the global head of product development. And inside of this tweet, those three things I want to touch on are going to be regarding that of middleware, which was from a previous tweet, the text that was shown as a posted image, and that how I think potentially could tie into what one of the SafeMoon moderators had said, and also who it is that actually said that quote. So before I do get into it, I just want to say a quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the news. So I'm going to touch on the lighter elements first, and then we can get into the one that's going to be more extensively described upon. So first off is that he said in the tweet, we'll bridge the gap between Web 3, crypto, and Web 2.0 companies. Many Web 2 companies want to dip their toes into the space, but don't know how or are far behind. Our SafeMoon ecosystem will be the simple, streamlined way to do this. We're creating our own path, hashtag SafeMoon Connect. And then the posted image says, stop following the crowd, they are lost. He didn't type this. He took an image and posted it, right? So something very interesting there. So from the verbiage where it says, stop following the crowd, they are lost, it says we're creating our own path, it's very similar to the verbiage of what Venno, who's a SafeMoon moderator, has posted with his clues. And so with what he had said, one of his recent tweets was the SafeMoon army can take one action together as one connected community. So Connect, SafeMoon Connect, there's a little bit of a connection there. We can be a force of inspiration and motivation for what the future may hold in 4 days, ... right? And so going back to this is very motivational with what Ryan is saying. It could be coincidence how these two are kind of playing off of one another, but I did see a little bit of an association, so I wanted to point that out. That's number one. Second thing is, who said the quote, stop following the crowd, they are lost? I'll give you a second to think. Okay, you give up? That came from none other than Albert Einstein, which is why I had also posted this response here. And I think it kind of went over a lot of people's heads when I did these responses. However, in this one, what I find to be very interesting is that when you think about Albert Einstein, one of the most notable things that Albert Einstein is known for is his theory of relativity. And relativity is basing on the idea of movement in relation to one another. So the closer you can achieve, for example, to the speed of light, the less the objects around you or time itself is going to look like it moves. So you can essentially move throughout time in relation to objects. Just brief example, if you moved at the speed of light away from Earth, for you, only 1 minute maybe of time has passed, but by the time you get back to Earth, hundreds of years or even longer has actually passed by, because everyone is moving much slower in relation to what you had relative to the speed of light, right? So relatively. So I said also relatively speaking, as just further elaborating on from my last post. So relative to one another is where I think a lot of that SafeMoon Connect comes into play, bridging the gaps between the businesses and the consumers and the whole idea of middleware, which is going back to the previous tweet, and we're going to discuss what this is about. So Ryan had said, follow up to the last tweet, SafeMoon Rewards will be the middleware that ties all of our product lines together, increases burn, rewards buyers for purchasing from our ecosystem, and encourages staking of version 2. Win-win-win. SafeMoon version 2, wallet, connect, and army, right? There's a great article. I'm going to provide a link in the description for you. Go show this person some support. This article was written years ago, written by Bill Onion. This is titled, What is Middleware and Why Should You Care? And so in this graphic image, it does show you a visual between what goes on without middleware and with middleware. So what SafeMoon Hound is saying, that rewards for SafeMoon will be the middleware that ties everything together. So that essentially is going to take it from all this craziness to a much more streamlined, easy approach, right? And so the decision to add e-commerce to your environment and then integrating that into an already established ERP system involves a lot of consideration. What data should be shared? What information do the shoppers want and need? How will your e-commerce and ERP system communicate with each other? When it comes to communication, we have found that using a middleware tool like Mule EBS is one of the best options for integration. So in this case, we're going to be talking about SafeMoon Rewards. Middleware is a piece of software that connects disparate computer systems and allows them to talk. This is usually accomplished by trading XML documents, but it can also be achieved by trading flat files, a CSV, or some other proprietary data elements. Some middleware allows you to change the format of the content, such as entering a CSV file on one side and receiving an XML on the other side. Regardless, all middleware allows for the secure transmission of data from one point to the other. We're talking about cryptocurrencies. You want to make sure that things are secure and the transmission of data does get to where its destination is. The systems generally plug in through an API or web service on either side of the connection. Both the ERP and e-commerce sides have mechanisms for communication, and the middleware sends the data from one side to the other. So in this case, again, we're talking about SafeMoon Rewards. This allows the systems to run without worrying about what the other system is doing. So if one system were to go down for any reason, it doesn't affect the operations of the other system. One of the many advantages of utilizing middleware is that it allows you to upgrade on either the ERP or e-commerce side without significantly altering the integration. As long as the plugin points don't change, the middleware just keeps on running. This makes software upgrades a non-event from the integration perspective. Additionally, these middleware pieces typically allow for a one-to-many type of integration. If you have multiple systems flowing into the ERP, the integration of the ERP is set up only once the middleware is plugged in, and that allows the other pieces to hook up to the ERP. For example, let's say you're integrating 3 e-commerce instances with one ERP. Instead of 3 full integrations, a 6-step process, the integration takes place once on the ERP end and then once on each of the 3 other aspects. This allows for scalability and efficiency. 4 reasons to use middleware in your e-commerce project. I also wanted to go ahead and touch on these. Number 1, one of the big reasons we like middleware is that it simplifies the communication process. It prevents the need for a bunch of code reaching across the wire from the e-commerce end to the ERP engine and vice versa. With middleware, those disparate systems don't need integration built directly into them, nor do they affect the operations of the other. By utilizing middleware, the 2 systems are not forced to talk directly to each other, but to communicate through the middleware. Number 2, because middleware is now the communication channel between the systems, all monitoring of your integration takes place in one system. This allows you the opportunity to execute built-in redundancies, backups, alerts, and monitors within that one system. This built-in security keeps the data safe as it travels across the wire. Number 3, another reason that we love to use middleware is that it avoids the need for a bunch of custom coding in the ERP or e-commerce engines. That allows your upgrades to be a whole lot cleaner and easier, and it lets the systems do what they need to do without reaching across the wire. And lastly, number 4, one of the most crucial reasons that we use middleware is that it allows both systems to operate independently. If one system is down for maintenance, the other system continues to operate. The messages between the 2 simply queue up in the middleware systems until the other side becomes available. This means communication drops, nightly processing, or any other interruptions that may occur do not hinder the systems. And so I think this is absolutely a great article, and I love the fact that this cleans things up and it makes it much more secure and more stable overall, and the fact that the SafeMoon Rewards is going to be acting as that middleware suggests to me that there's going to be a lot of support that will stabilize once it gets launched, and that it's a credible resource to go and use. So I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments down below. I do have referral links in the description if you want to get free cryptocurrency or a free stock. You can go check those out. Special shout out thank you to our Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to Xavier Zamora, Victor, Troy Smothers, and 1010 Buns for being higher level patrons. You can join that for as little as $1 a month. There is a link in the description. Also, thank you to our YouTube members. You can join that by clicking the join button down below. I do have an NFT for sale. This is my number 5th. This is, geez, come on. What's going on with me? What is going on with me in this video? I'm talking at a million miles an hour, trying to not make the video be too long. I'm stumbling a little bit, so I apologize, guys. This is titled A Dream is Born number 5. I'm selling it for 1,600,000 SafeMoon. Link in the description if you'd like to buy this. Once you do, it's going to cause me to sell. I'm going to be giving away 3 other NFTs to the community as a way to say thank you for helping me sell my first piece for over 1 million SafeMoon. So looking forward to that. Okay, I'm done. I need to go eat some breakfast, technically lunch. It's getting late in the day. So yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, click the bell icon. Stay awesome. God bless, and I will see you in the next episode.